Good day, folks. This is Greg Judy at Green Pastures Farm. Today, Ben and Connor and I are walking out one of our herd bulls. This is I guess he would be the only 4-year-old bull we had on the farm, and he's just a chunk of meat. So this is kind of what a mature, you might say Greg Judy style South Pole bull looks like at 4. He's not very tall. He's probably 4 foot at the back, but he's, I don't know, Ben, what do you think he is, 3 foot wide?
At least.
Yeah, he's a chunk. So the boys put this lane in yesterday. Ben, how did we gather him up this morning?
Just with this right here.
With a reel? That's not even hot.
No, just cold reel. And Connor, he's getting the 4-wheeler right now. Make just a deep V where Connor held the middle and then we walked up.
Uh-huh.
And you get him, and we're to the sides of him, it kind of looks like he's in a lane, and he just walks forwards.
Well, he was with all of his buddies. How did we get him out of the buddies?
You just grab him and whoever's around him, and as you're walking, you can flip it over their back or just cut. One guy will just cut them out.
Okay.
You just keep slowly working your way. And we had enough time between the gate and where he was at where we could just keep cutting him out. And by the time we got to the gate, it was only him and the wire.
Okay.
So, and I mean, typically with bulls, or in anything really, we want to make sure that we've got another one with him, but he's so mellow that it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. He's just a super, super mellow bull, isn't he? I love his disposition. He just, well, all of our bulls are pretty much that way. They just...
The younger ones are just get a little bit more concerned when they leave their buddies.
Yeah, the yearlings.
Yeah. This
guy, he kind of knows the drill, and so this would be one of the Macho bulls we classified as Macho. He was sold yesterday to another fellow grazer in Missouri, and so he's going to be the new direction of their herd. He wants slicker hide, thicker gut, less leg. These are the bulls. I'm going to try and get sideways to him so you can see him. Yeah. He's got some flies on him. But according to some of the experts, Gerald Fry being one of them, he said bulls that have a high level of testosterone actually attracts flies. Had you heard that, Ben?
Yeah, you had told us that a while back.
So don't get too concerned if your bull has flies on him. That may be a good thing if he's got a high level of testosterone, which they need. They're going to breed your cows. They were shaded up in the trees this morning, and we just walked in and kind of moved about half a dozen of them out of there and just, like Ben said, raised the wire over them. And look at the muscle on him. That bull's got a butt on him, doesn't he, Ben? I like to see the muscling and the gut. You know, if he can produce daughters to put into your herd that look like that. Look, how much air do y'all see between the belly and the ground? You know, I've made that comment before. That area around the belly, it pretty much, from the belly down the ground, that's air. It sells for nothing. So the more air you have there, the higher maintenance animals you're going to have, and they're going to get thin on you. Connor, if you want to go around and get up there at the road, go ahead and tie that ribbon across. We've got a ribbon laying across this gravel road up here, and we're going to walk him down the public road to our corral. So it's kind of nice to have corrals strategically placed around the farm, and because we have several farms, we actually have 3 full functional corrals with head catches. That's back from the day when we did all the custom grazing for folks. Jan and I invested in that many years ago. We've never been sorry, especially in those early days. We were running cattle that tried to kill you. There were other people's cattle, and you just couldn't be safe around them. without a good handling facility. And so we made the jump and bought some good ones. Folks, so if you're going to do a handling facility, I would highly recommend looking at the bud box. It's a lot cheaper than the corrals that we have, and they actually work a lot better, and you can build them. You don't need to go buy a fancy corral system. Just look up bud box, Google it, and watch the people working on it and get the dimensions on it and build one. You will thank me the rest of your life when you go to work cattle. The cattle absolutely want to go in it because they think they're escaping you. That's just the way it's designed. I can't explain it. I may do a video on that with a chalkboard. It'd be a good one. Boy, is he a thick ball. That's masculinity, folks. He is a chunk. And we weighed him when we had him. We did the semen trick and yonis on him here about a month ago, and he weighed 1,400 pounds. So that's at 4 years of age. He's probably not going to get much bigger than that. I mean, he might grow another 100 pounds in his lifetime, but the neat thing about bulls like this, folks, is they last a long time. We sold the bull to a guy and lady, a couple down in South Missouri, and they used him for 8 years. And then they sold him to their neighbor, and he's still using the bull. So if your bulls don't get overly large, like, 1,800 to 2,200 pounds, they'll last a long time. And we do breed their daughters back to the bull. The definition of inbreeding is if you would keep a son out of a cow and breed that son back to his mother. You don't want to do that. That's getting too close. That's inbreeding. But line breeding, you're stacking good genetics on top of good genetics. And you end up with something like this. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that bull. He's just a chunk of meat. Connor's playing Greg out there this morning. Gosh, is this a beautiful morning, Ben?
It got a little warm today, but this morning
it's just wonderful. They just graded the road. So I want the... Maybe he'll get up there in that grass. Or maybe he's going to eat the grass. You want to untie that ribbon, Ben? In case somebody comes. He's munching on those daylilies. These are wild lilies that grow. There's an old homestead here many, many years ago, and I'm guessing the wife planted lilies here along the road. Anyway, when we make a cattle drive here, the cows just devour them. They won't eat iris, but they'll munch on lilies. 763 is like, are there any women down there? Dude, you're going to a farm, there's a whole bunch of women waiting on you. So you're going to be in heaven here pretty soon. He just got a waddle to him. A while ago when I had a side view on him, you could see the fat layers on his tail head. That's what you're looking for animals that are really doing well on grass, particularly ones that you're going to butcher, process. So you want your steers to have at least 3 wrinkles of fat on the tail head where it comes off the back of the animal. But with that, I'm going to go ahead and sign off here. And we're going to get this bull down here and get him loaded and get him to his new owner. And we've got a few more going, or actually available. If you're interested, go to that greenpasturesfarm.net, fire me an email. They're not going to last very long. So there's just several of these left. But anyway, everyone have a great day. Hit that subscribe button on the way out. And we'll see you all next time.